Okay. All right, so let's try this again here. Anyway, Ruben Obed here, live from Dorado, Puerto Rico, bringing you episode 10 of Solar Power for Dummies. And this is just a little quick tip of something that I want to show you guys. Um, this thing right here, this 12-volt thing, is called an immersion heater or a water heating element. And these things are great. Okay, these things are very good to heat up water. You can use this to heat up water, like while in your car. Your coffee, you put it in the cup, and it heats up the water or heats up the coffee. If you have like a baby and you're preparing the formula in a car, hey, you got, heat up a cup of water in about 5 minutes. You know, it's really good to boil water. These things, you can find these online, very cheap. They are about maybe $6 if you order them from China. From the States, maybe a little more. But they're really good, man. These things are really good, and I recommend them. This is what they come in the packaging. All right, and there's a 12-volt version and a 24-volt version. Um, but these are really good, man. You can use them for camping if you want to disinfect something. Your toothbrushes. Put them in hot boiling water. Or let's say you're broke and you go out to lunch. You come out of lunch from work and all you can get is eat some ramen noodles for 59 cents. Hey, you got a place to heat up your water inside your car. You know, um, the only negative thing I would be able to say about this is that the cable, the company that makes these seem, to cut costs, seems like they kind of undergauge the cable a little bit, so it does get a little bit hot, during the process. But like I said, this is used like to heat up hot water for tea, for coffee, for something like that. Maybe baby formula, or maybe I'm assuming maybe for some soup too. You know what I mean? Some Campbell's soup. So I wanted to share this. A lot of people don't know these even exist. So this is a heater element. You can find these on eBay anywhere. And like I said, they're pretty good. They're pretty good in a grid down scenario. You know, these draw about 10 amps, which is like I think about 120 watts. So make sure that your fusing in your car, can handle at least 10 amps. And but other than that, these are great. These are really, really great. If you have like a car battery, what you can do if you don't have the adapter, you can cut the cable and put, the positive to the positive, negative to the negative. But I don't want, if you don't know what you're doing, don't mess around with it. You don't want to get a nice little shock. But like I said, these are little heater elements, and to heat water. They're pretty small. There are versions of these which are like heater element bucket heater. They call them bucket heaters. Those are for like hot showers. Now those, they pull a lot of amperage, so you got to know what you're doing. You got to have like some kind of a solar or battery system, and those are really big, and they're used. You like for a 5 gallon bucket of water, like for bathing when you're like off grid. I'm gonna be getting some of those at some point, to show people, what these are all about. But it's basically the same technology, it's the same thing as this. Um, Guys, these are cheap. Don't expect this to last you forever. They'll run you $5, $6. You get them from China. You know what I mean? So don't expect magic out of this. When you have these, keep them inside the water. Don't leave them out connected, because you're gonna burn it out. And if you lay it on top of something that's hot as hell, it's gonna melt it. But like I said, little heater elements. You know what I'm saying? They work good. They work really good. It's good to have one of these little handy things around. So this is the packaging where it comes in. Um, and like I said, I haven't opened it up, and I'm assuming it has a fuse. It should have a fuse in here. Let's check it out. Let me see if it has a fuse. Actually, it's like soldered in, so let me not mess with it and break it. You know what I mean? You know, Seems like the fuse is already soldered into the whole thing. But like I said, guys, these are just little tips and tricks, so you guys, know what you're doing. Just for the record, okay? A lot of people, when you can't, if you don't have an adapter and you don't want to cut this is the positive. So always remember, the point is the positive, and these are the negatives. You know, why do I say that? Because if you want to connect this to a car battery and you want to add a cable, let's say you connect a cable here, just a regular wire, and you put some electrical tape around it, and then you put wrap another wire to this part, which is the positive, and put electrical tape. You know, that's like a ghetto rigged version. But then you can connect it directly to a car battery. So if you're gonna attempt something like that, do it at your own risk. You know what I'm saying? Just make sure that you wrap it around very good. You know, you're negative and with a lot of electrical tape. And this trying to, this is gonna be a little cumbersome to wrap something cable around, but it can be done. So always remember, this is the positive, this is the negative. The point, P positive point. Always remember that. P positive point, and this is the negative. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. And, if you think these are cool, pick one up. They're cheap, you can find them online anywhere. All right, guys, take care and God bless. Ruben Obed.